Hello, children. Today we are going to start working with our next content that is used to. So we are going to start with the presentation. Okay? Now, used to, if we put it in Spanish, it means solía. Okay? So it refers to things we did in the past. 5 years ago, things used to be very different. Now, we can do it in affirmative, negative way, and also in questions. When we do it in affirmative way, we use pronouns in this case, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, used to live in Santiago. If we do it in negative, we do it like this. Didn't used to live in Santiago. Pay attention. Here it has a D, and here it doesn't. Okay, pay attention to that. Then, if we want to make it as a question, you start with did the person used to live in Santiago? Did you used to live in Santiago, for example? If the answer is yes, yes, I, or you, he, she, it, we, they, did. That's the short answer. And if it is negative, same case. Okay? So, for example, did you used to live in Santiago? Yes, I did. Did you used to live in Santiago? No, I didn't. Okay? Now let's move to the next. Here it says, at first, I used to make a lot of mistakes. I didn't used to have a home. So let's read the rules. It says, read the sentences and complete the rule. Marco used to live on the street, but he doesn't now. He didn't used to go to school, but he does now. We use used to for past habits. Okay, so take a look at this example. It says, I used to have blonde hair when I was a baby. Did you used to read comics when you were a boy? Yes, I did. Now, we are going to complete some examples, okay, using the negative, affirmative, or question form of used to. For example, my grandpa used to play soccer when he was young. This symbol represents affirmative, so used to. Then it says, I didn't used to watch a lot of TV when I was at school. This symbol represents negative. So in this case, if you take a look at the sentence, this is a question, okay? And here you have the short answer. So, did you used to read comics? No, I didn't. Here, look at this symbol. It's affirmative. So, we used to live in a small town near the ocean. Then number 4, Peter, affirmative. Peter used to be a race car driver. Then in number 5, this is negative. So I didn't used to eat a lot of vegetables. Then in number 6, it's a question. Take a look at the symbol, okay? And here you have the short answer. So it says, did your dad used to work here? Yes, he did. Number 7, there be a movie theater in my town. It's negative. There didn't used to be a movie theater in my town. Okay, so let's move now to the next slide. Here we also have some sentences that we have to put in order. So it says here, write sentences and questions and answers with the affirmative, negative, or questions form of used to. Look at the example. Jason live in Florida. Affirmative. Jason used to live in Florida. Then, number 1, Karen have long hair. Negative. Karen didn't used to have long hair. Then number 2, You have all the parts. I go jogging in the park every morning. Affirmative. So, I used to go jogging in the park every morning. Then, in number three, you have you play a lot of video games. It's a question. So, did you used to play a lot of video games? Then, number four, it's another question. Carol sing in a band. Did Carol used to sing in a band? Number five, I practice the piano for 3 hours every day. Affirmative. So, I used to practice the piano for 3 hours every day. Now, you have to pay a lot of attention and notice this. When it is affirmative, it has a D. Cuando la oración es afirmativa, necesita tener la palabra used con una letra D al final. Pero cuando yo necesito decirlo en negativo, voy a usar el auxiliar didn't. Por lo tanto, la palabra use queda en su forma base, no cambia. Por lo tanto, no debe llevar la letra D. Lo mismo sucede cuando es una pregunta. Si yo tengo una pregunta, la palabra use queda sin D, porque estoy usando el auxiliar did. ¿Ok? Now, I'm going to show you an exercise. ¿Ok? We are in our books on page number 15. Okay, page number 15. In page number 15, you have here, okay, everything that I showed you before. Está todo lo que les mostré en las diapositivas. So here you have all the structures, you have the examples, and here we are going to do this activity now. I'm going to show you it's this activity with a star. We're going to do it together, okay? Let's look at the instruction. It says, complete the sentences with the correct form of used to and verbs below. Por lo tanto, en cada uno de los cuadritos debemos utilizar estas acciones y combinarlos con used to. Lógicamente, si aquí aparece not, es porque es negativa. ¿Ok? So, let's see. Teachers, ¿cuál podría servir en este caso? Not go, have, not play, not sell, study, write. On blackboards. Blackboards means pizarras negras, las antiguas, las de tiza. So, teachers, which could be the perfect action. I think it's right, okay? So let's do it. Teachers used to write. Teachers used to write on blackboards. Then, students, basketball. What action do we have here? Study, not sell, not play, have, not go. With basketball, I think the best is this one. So we have to do it in a negative way. Didn't used to play basketball. Then in number three, school cafeterias, pizza. School cafeterias, pizza. Not go, have, not sell, study. Recordamos que ya tenemos write and not play, ya las usamos. Okay, school cafeterias. Didn't used to sell. Number four, some schools just one small classroom. Have. Used to have just one small classroom. Then number five, girls and boys always. Solamente nos queda not go and study. Okay? So subjects means asignaturas. Girls and boys always used to study different subjects. Then, number 6, poorer children means los niños más pobres. Poorer children, we have this one. It's negative. Okay? Didn't used to go to school. Let's remember that used to represents the Spanish word solía. Por ejemplo, los profesores solían escribir en pizarras negras o en las pizarras de tiza. Or number 2, students didn't used to play basketball. Los estudiantes no solían jugar basketball. Okay? Now, with this activity, I need you to work here. You have the same exercise. Okay? You are going to do the same exercise and we're going to work here. So we are going to do activities 1, 2, and 3 this class. Okay, bye bye, children.